University, of course, we want philosophy. Secular academia. Academia. Is that Montenegro? Yeah, right down there, that's a little Montenegro. They're just having a good time. Steam donkey, rail transportation. We didn't want hardwood for... I don't remember what the reason was, but there was a reason for it. Publicly trade you, publicly trade you. Everything will be publicly traded. If you can't invest in it, I don't want to hear about it. Dynamite, steam donkey. Dynamite and steam donkey. Fucking dynamite and more steam donkeys here. What's beneath publicly traded? We got government run, which you need to have command economy, or we have worker cooperative. Neither of those we can do right now. And neither of which I don't even think we want to do. Even if we have the option right now, I don't think we'd want to do it. Why not private ownership? The reason for that is that it allows... Basically, we're getting rid of aristocrats. We're telling aristocrats to fuck off. And we're replacing them with capitalists. Which will give us more money for the investment pool. We'll have more people to invest in the economy. I mean, right now we are losing 200,000 pounds. But, like, don't worry about that too much. Why are we paying 329,000? Who am I subsidizing? That's costing us almost £500,000 right now. The munition plant. What the fuck? How? Munition plants. Because ammunition is stupidly cheap, but dynamites are very expensive. Okay. So basically, you're spending 68,000 pounds to make 17,000 pounds worth of product. Okay, and when you put it that way, it doesn't sound very good. So we need way more dynamite. But then you make ammunition cost 12 going from 12 to 84 pounds. And then you have the opposite effect where lead and explosives are worth basically nothing. So you know what? Let's keep it as is. We'll just not subsidize them and then hope for the best. The free market will deal with this. And then we'll just import... Well, we'll import hardwood. Sure, why not? We'll get that from France. And from Britain. I mean, we're allies with both of you. We'll get a trade agreement with the British. We already have a trade agreement with you. Can't do anything with you guys right now. Who else can we trade with? Can I trade with, like, the Qing? Didn't I, like, get a treaty port in there for, like, one reason or another? I feel like I should be able to demand more stuff. North Rhine is in turmoil. Why are you so mad? I don't really know. Unproductive trade routes with silk. We now make a ton of ammunition. So we can make good tariffs selling you off. And we are going to need to probably import explosives. At least for the time being. I'm okay, we did pay a lot, but it's already coming back down. Just because ammunition is becoming more profitable. Import that from literally everybody. Just to try to drive the price down as much as we possibly can. Because that shit is expensive. Like, how much is it? Well, I mean, again, the price has come down. From 87 back down to 54. We're only paying, like, a slight premium for it. Ammunition is stupidly cheap in our country. Which is good. It's the better for me to shoot you with. So maybe then, because it's chemical workshops that make explosives. We have a lot of people in Niger Delta. We can just have people in our colony start producing explosives for us. But I don't know if that really makes a lot of sense to give people that are probably very opposed to our colonial rule access to explosives. So let's not do that. We're going to build them in here. We're going to build them here. So we get some nice bonuses in these areas. And, you know, okay, we'll build a handful of Niger Delta. They can have a handful of chemical weapons. Not too many, though. We're not going to go crazy here. Just a handful. Just enough that if they decide to have a revolution, it probably would go badly for us. I mean, nobody really likes me so much. Everybody, for the most part, is just kind of like, meh. I need to do something to get people on side. Do we have any laws that are stupidly popular? Like, surprisingly, kind of, which is like, dude, abolish the monarchy and establish a republic. People are actually pretty happy with that. I mean, they would be pretty happy with universal suffrage. Really, the industrialists and the Junkers will hate it. Which means I will lose out on all of my bonuses and actually go straight down to negative, which probably is not great. The Junkers right now are giving us a influence bonus, which, I mean, fine. But I'm not that impressed with it. Also, explosives, we don't have enough of it. Also, I literally can't import more of it. Russia's embargoing us. Austria's embargoing us. So everyone out, the only other 2 countries in the world that produce explosives have embargoed us. Probably like not good for me. So we're not going to be getting any more explosives. We're just not going to have enough until these chemical plants are built. And you guys want regulatory bodies, but like nobody else does. But there's really nothing that people are met. I mean, we could go total separation, but I don't think it's the intelligentsia to like us a little bit more. Which isn't bad. They would give me a 50% migration attraction. Which honestly is like, we don't actually really want that too much. Because I know that there's some issues in the game where actually having too much immigration causes the game to slow down rapidly. So we're not even going to worry about that too much. But there's really like nothing else that the trade unions and the intelligentsia like this. Armed forces. They'll get us like 3 negative penalties. Why can't everybody just be on the same page about something? You know? I mean, definitely want education access. And nobody's happy with anything. Everyone is just always pissed off over something. Which is very sad for me. What do you not have enough of? You have a shortage of hardwood. And dyes. Okay. Import dyes from... Well, first we'll go with whoever gives me the best deal on this stuff. So we'll go with all of you for now. Hardwood, we'll import that. Again, just kind of from everybody. But I mean, actually, we have our own logging camps. If we can put you on hardwood production, will that give me enough hardwood? Yes, it does. Okay. And again, yes, explosives are very expensive. I understand that. I have nobody else I can possibly trade with, so I can't do anything about this. Like, I think we're already trading with the British and the French. The United States, you know, don't like us very much. Apparently explosives are very, very cheap in Russia and Sweden. Fucking Swedes just love blowing everything up, apparently. Open country browser. Oh, we actually have like a whole list. I don't even know why the Qing have so much, why do you have so much infamy? Also, how many people do you think have died in the Indian Civil War? It's gotta be, like, a pretty high number, right? Actually, no, surprisingly less than our wars. But, I mean, it doesn't include civilian casualties. The numbers are probably in the millions, for sure, if you include the civilian casualties in this war. Okay, again, we need more convoys. And now we don't need to import the hardwood. It says we don't need to import the explosives. I very much doubt that. We're going to keep importing explosives. And what are we constructing right now? Naval, not naval bases. Does naval base give it gives us convoys, right? Yeah, so build a handful of you. Oh, they actually build very fast. Because it's not a port. It's a naval... Wait, no, it's a naval base. Which is not a port. So, I mean, I want to get the naval bases too. Let's upgrade you to max levels. And these guys are still on their way. So get more ports in Germany, builds more convoys. We'll get more ports, allows me to build a bigger navy. Because the German navy, for the most part, has been what experts have called ass. It's not been good. When will you ever allow me making to a protectorate? I mean, negative 18's not bad. Former alliance, they also say no to this. Now they say yes. Still negative 18. Negative 20 now. Württemberg. You should join Germany. I've got a great country. We're making cash hand over fist. Everything's going pretty well. Like, we can export ammunition. You can give that to Mexico. Sure, why not? I do think that I kind of do want to get off free trade. At least go with, like, protectionism. Just so we can actually do some tariffs. Because right now, I get... I mean, I guess it costs less bureaucracy, which is nice. Oh, we actually have 1,000 bureaucracy now. What do we get for a bonus? We get a state 2.1% state construction efficiency. That's actually kind of ass. So, I mean, if we have 1,000... Let's survey the Suez. It's going to cost 1,000 bureaucracy, but that should be a-okay. Honkin, Cilicia, and other places have some issues. I can incorporate you, but I'm pretty sure it'll take 20 years to incorporate you. Okay, let's just not worry about that then. And I'm assuming it's probably true with you as well. Actually, I get no, because you're a treaty port. I don't think we can incorporate you, which makes sense. Is there any other countries we would want a treaty port with? I don't really think so. Well, not outliers. Map list, GDP. East India Company's pretty rich. Empire, 13th place. Spain, Belgium. Why is Belgium so low? They're a minor power. I think because they're in the British sphere. Is there anything I can do with you? Make you into protectorate? Would anybody accept that? I'm assuming the answer is no. So like, why would you? How's our colony going, by the way? 193. I mean, it's happening slowly but surely. Conquer state. Open market. Could annex you. Maybe. $61 infamy, which is quite a lot. Take treaty port, transfer subjects. Filling in Bahrain. And like, there's some place we could get a treaty port with. Get a treaty port from with the Russians. Open market, make puppet, make dominion, liberate subject, conquer state, ban slavery. Independence. Oh, Spain, were you... I was looking at trying to get you to join my market. You're negative 10. Like, you're close to doing it. Württemberg's already in our custom union. Nobody would change to us. Infamy goes up by 10. don't really know what that does for us, to be quite honest with you. We're already rivaling you two. I'm assuming nobody would accept protectorate status for obvious reasons. Like, even over here, I don't think anybody would actually say yes to this. What do you say to defensive pacts? Will you take an alliance? No. Take on debt. Okay, we got the trade agreement. They're only in -40, which, I mean, we're close to maybe getting Spain to join our custom union. Like, it's not impossible. And I believe in ourselves, kind of. I have some belief in ourselves. We have 600. We now have a lot of. I think maybe we've gone a little bit too much now in the opposite direction in terms of bureaucracy. We got the Suez survey. How long will this take? 30 months, which is, I mean, not even 3 years. And I'm assuming that if we can build the Suez Canal, that'll make us some money. Okay, we've now got electricity. Let's go vacuum cleaning. And one thing that we do want to build, one is, you know, these chemical plants, obviously. But the electrical, the power plants, I don't know if anybody else makes power plants in the world right now. Niger Delta, Cilicia. I'm going to build a level 10 here. I'm going to build a level 10 in Westphalia. I'm going to build a level 10 in Hanover. And I'm going to build a level 10 in Saxony. So electricity is pretty good. I don't know if anyone else on Earth is producing electricity yet. I'm assuming a handful of countries are. But once we can actually begin to electrify Germany, it'll make a lot of our factories way more productive. Because who would have thought that, like, an electronic buzzsaw, it works better than a handsaw? I know, crazy. But it's true. I mean, it could go to multiculturalism. I mean, the intelligentsia like it. The petit bourgeoisie fucking despise it. Okay, we got vacuum cleaning immediately. Goes from 5 to -5. 5 to 0. Yeah, so we got vacuum cleaners. So, I mean, that's nice, right? You know, more throughput. Yeah, let's get reinforced concrete on you. Make our construction sector a little bit more efficient. Well, we now have vacuum cleaners. Does that require, like, it requires oil? It'll cost us 74,000 pounds. Why do you consume, wait. Why do you need more fish? Oh, because you're using more fish to make more groceries. Okay, let's put vacuum cleaning on this though for now. Shipyards are still okay. What was the other thing that vacuum cleaners did? Pasteurization. Okay, that's all it actually did. It allows me to put vacuum canning in our food workshop, which I'm sure is nice for some people. We can begin exporting some shares to the Ottoman Empire. Make 7,000. France, again, doesn't require any convoys. We're going to send you to the Ottoman Empire. Actually, what I should be doing is I should be sending stuff to Spain. And the more stuff we send to the Spanish, the closer our markets will be tied together. And the more our markets are tied together, the more likely they are to agree to a custom union. And as so, Spain, now that we've traded a lot with Spain, they'll be like, oh, hell yeah. Of course I want to join your custom union. Or at least they should. There we go. They had to think about it for a second, but they got there in the end. So now Germany is like, or Spain is like, fuck yeah, I love Germany. We're going to trade with you. Embargo broken between Italy and Spain. And with Spain, okay, probably because they're no longer an independent market. So oil is now an issue. We do not produce oil. Basically, fucking nobody produces oil. How do you produce oil? You produce oil from whaling stations and oil rigs. We'll import it from the British. That's really all we can do. Do we even have whaling stations? Power plants. No. There are no whaling stations in Germany. Requires navigation. Requires 150 construction. Why can't I build any? Cannot be built in any states. Okay, cool. Well, I'm guessing, okay, what states actually have oil? Go to market, details, oil. Madagascar actually has a ton of it. Australia, Japan, South Korea. So there are places where we could start producing some oil here. We got 6 and 4, 2 and 4, 6 on you, 5. Norway's got 5. I know we haven't discovered like oil wells yet, like oil that's actually within the ground. We don't have access to that quite yet. So Madagascar, my good friends. We don't have an interest